So, I wanted to make a light tank conversion of this particular medium tank. I wanted to shorten the hull, also shrink it widthwise as well, and put a different turret on it. And I thought it'd be interesting to record the process. So this is the gun I want to put on it, and the engine, I think I want it to be 25 tons and have a horsepower per ton ratio of somewhere around about 30. So, yeah. The first thing I will start with is shortening the hull. Basically I want the same general shape, but instead of 6 road wheels, I'm just gonna have 5, so basically cut it off here. And actually I want to take a measurement. I'm just gonna measure it out with this, assuming it's in inches, which is how I have my import set up. Let's see. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to shorten this by about 36 inches. Come to think about it, these last few videos have been kind of weird because it's GMOD, but I am once again in Blender. So I actually built the hull for that medium tank and the turret, actually the base mesh, in Blender, and imported it, spammed a bunch of props everywhere. That's how I've been liking building my tanks as of late. Or really anything. Even if it's flat, you could do the same thing with some S-props plate. What I want to do is make a new collection. And in that collection, another collection for the hull. And what I want to do is I just want to grab those, put those there, hide this. Alright, so now we just have the hull, which I'm going to get rid of this part because I don't want the driver's hull protruding like that anymore. Okay, that should be fine there. Another thing that's interesting is I modeled the sponsons as separate pieces from the main hull. So I don't want those on the light tank either. Another thing is, so right now the tank is 78 inches wide. So 36 times 2 is 72, and if I add 3 inches, 78. So I do want to basically just grab all those plates and shrink it in as well. So actually let's go ahead and do that. GY 3 inches. And the reason I have separate pieces for the turret ring, which I'm gonna delete this. But the reason I have these as separate objects is because I can't selectively shade smooth. Like this is actually just shaded smooth. That's what it actually looks like, but it looks smooth when I do that. I can't do that in GMOD. I have to have 2 separate meshes. Well, I can do it in GMOD, but not with prop to mesh is what I'm saying. Okay, so now the tank is the right size. Add a circle here. And this is going to have a radius of about 72 inches divided by 2. There we go, 72 inch turret ring. Actually, before I forget, because this is mirrored, I want to get rid of these vertices. Actually, I might simply just do that. Okay, and we can go ahead and fill this in. Just merge all these loose vertices. This geometry is a bit degenerate, and by degenerate I mean it was built by a degenerate. That degenerate is, of course, me. Forgot about this. Okay. So we have to bring everything on the back here When text remote and just. Now this top face is at a particular angle and I'm just gonna have to redo that, but should be 36 inches. Oh wow. Oh, it is. Interesting. Okay, maybe not then. And there's a new hole. See what this looks like in GMOD. I just thought I'd mention my export settings from going from Blender to GMOD. But basically, I always export wavefront.objs, and the only settings I have is limit to selection only, scale factor of 39.37, and also apply modifiers. I don't have anything for UVs and normals. It just makes the file bigger, and Prop to Mesh can't do anything with it. Yeah, that's about right. So now I guess it's time for the turret already. Okay, I set up a save for the light tank. And one thing I should have mentioned was that I should have checked the normals on my mesh. It doesn't matter as much for Gmod because I always use two-sided rendering, I believe it's called. Render inside. Okay. Blue means you're seeing the front side of a face, so this is all fine, actually. Measuring the turret to the highest point because I want them to be similar dimensions. And this is 48 inches long, so 48 minus 12 is 36, somewhere between 32, sorry, not 32, 30 and 36 inches. So let's just say 33 inches. That's how tall this is. Now I want to try to build a CS53 turret. So that's the tier 8 Polish medium tank from World of Tanks. So make sure I'm not in edit mode. Add a new object. So the diameter of the turret ring right now is 72 inches. Actually, that's fine. I want to get a mirror going. So what I'm gonna do to help a little bit. This isn't gonna be the final model, by the way, but use a subdivision. That's pretty derpy, but shouldn't matter too much. So, turret. And I am going to duplicate this. Now this. So, go ahead and apply my modifiers. And I just want to voxel remesh it. Let's try something not too fine. Yeah, it looks pretty disgusting actually. I think I know why. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm gonna use this cube to cut it so that's at an angle. Just remesh it again. Okay, I think I see the problem here. It's a very short and wide turret, which is gonna look kind of awkward on this hull because it's a very small tank. So let's scale this up along every axis but the Z. So actually, already that looks more like the turret. That's disgusting. It's a little bit, and in the x-axis. But first I actually want to make sure this is exactly 10 degrees, so. Okay. Boolean. Excellent. Sculpting. Remesh. Yeah, okay, good. So what I can do now is... Oops, I want symmetry on. There we go. Just gonna scrape and smooth a little bit. Too much smoothing. Yeah. Go over there. Okay. The bustle is a bit long, but that should be fine. Remesh one more time. Actually, how many vertices is this? Ooh. I could export this just to see how it looks in GMOD, so I think I'll do that. But no, this isn't going to be the final turret by any means. So let's copy the name of this. Yeah, it is very small. Ooh. Okay. See how it looks with the cannon in it. So I was going to use an 85mm, very Russian. Well, sort of. That's very interesting. Huh. Yeah, we need to, well, we don't need to. Technically, you could roll around with this and it'd be fine, I guess. But I am going to clean this up to be not like 20,000 triangles. So, let's go ahead and do that. Yep, it's time to retopologize this thing. So, add a plane, mirror modifier. So I only have to do half of this. Clipping. I'm not going to add a shrink wrap because that's not entirely necessary for this, so let's just turn on snapping to face. Oh, actually hit the indicator. So I'm just going to put these somewhere real quick because I need to change the settings so I can see this easier. So if it helps at all, you can add a material, which I never made one, but for this little plane we're working with, so if I had to tear it, and you can change the viewport visibility. So I don't want it to be for the whole mesh. So instead, what I'll do is I'll just make a new material, and then there we go. So that helps me to see what I'm doing here. You can also, under object properties, viewport display, tick in front, and that'll render on top of things it's even technically supposed to be behind. So what I actually want to do real quick is add a circle. I basically want to use this many vertices, or like so many vertices for this, but I want it to be a multiple of 4 for really no reason in particular, because I don't have to like make this radially symmetrical. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, now just as a guide, so yeah, I'm only really gonna use that guy for the front of the turret now that I think of it. So I definitely want to do something going around the edge here. Very violent with how I'm doing this. Just sort of outline this curve here. Should probably do the bottom now. So whoa, where did that go? Oh, right, clipping is on. I am going to ignore my problems. That is the best way of dealing with them. Yeah. See? Ignoring your problems is the best way of doing things. I'm gonna use a knife tool for that. If you look closely, you can see a triangle. Did I ever? Okay, I meant to do this, by the way. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just fill this in. so there's the top fill then. Very nice. Oh, right, the bustle, bottom of the bustle. So let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, that was not like an hour long, like a certain video of an MBT70 I uploaded. Select everything and just smooth it a little bit. 0.1. And let me just do this in front real quick. I was gonna restick these back to the surface, but I believe that looks fine. And if it doesn't completely line up, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, now what I really want to do is select this edge loop here. Let's scale that along Z to, ooh, no. Okay. I mean, yeah, that'll be fine, I think. So what I can do is feel it and set it a little bit. This time I'm not even going to bother trying to make it a circle though. So that should be, actually I want to inset it some more. Like that. We good? We're not good. Okay, that should be fine. Same turret, but a bunch of effort just to say that it's not like 20,000 triangles. And I want to archive this one, so saves. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, one thing I wanted to do is like cover this up with props anyway, because I wanted it to be like a welded roof. But it's fine now. It is done. So, oh, I need smooth shading. There we go. So I need to position this properly first of all. But after that, so now all I need to do is detail this tank, which it's gonna look like this tank. I'm gonna copy pasta as many details as I can over. So particularly the top of the turret is just gonna be moved over there. That's gonna be it for modeling the base meshes here, and there's not really much to show about of modeling the actual tank, and it's kind of weird to record because of how sporadically I do build. So, oh, see you then. Okay, so I've began detailing my tank now, mostly just putting the tracks here and the sponsons, and it really makes the turret look tiny, but that is okay because it can be fixed fairly easily. So I just want to set up a guide real quick, and I want to bring it out to about half the track covers or the sponsons width, so about 12 inches. 12 inches in the other direction. Okay. So, turret. And I want to scale relative to the 3D cursor. Use top view for this. Shift C. This is looking very weird now. But then again, this is a very large turret and a very small tank, so. So I want to have different controllers. So I just opened this up to get my offsets because those are important. Even though currently one is just sitting on the whole controller where it's not supposed to be. So this is the whole one. I want to get rid of that. Smooth 100. There we go. That is looking very strange, I will say. Oh no, I didn't mean to scale that up. Another thing I want to do is, I don't know, I just want some more geometry around here. But let me go ahead and first of all make a copy of this. And this one, this is what I want to snap to, so I'm just going to put a subdivision on this. What I want to do is actually scale the subdivided one up some, just to make sure it's actually inside of it, because subdividing does tend to make it smaller. And this is kind of a throwaway, so I'm just going to apply this stuff. So this, what I want to do is just add a loop around here, particularly around the edges. So let's actually fix this first, this bottom face. And yeah, no, this is quite a bit of geometry, and not entirely necessary, but helps it look more round, especially back here. Now, what do I need to do? I don't want to do that. And now for this area. I believe the easiest thing to do is going to be like that, so I can just focus on that later. Why not actually, because I can just do this. Oh. Medium point. What exactly am I trying to do here? I definitely want something like this going. Ah, yes, this. So that is, if I can hide the other one. About 2,000 triangles. Not bad, I don't think. And for sure I want to smooth this a bit. So turn off in front, turn off that. Actually, I want to undo that because I don't want to smooth these faces. That needs to be flat. Yeah, that should be better. Let's see how this looks in game, shall we? There you go. So particularly around the edges there, it looks a little bit more round. At the expense of, more geometry, but I think it'll be fine. Could have used one over here, actually. I think that'll be fine, though. Unless you really look at it. But yeah, no, I'm going to leave that as is. So, there we go. New, bigger turret. Perhaps comically oversized. But